I had a dream that my sister, me, and my cousin Kelly were all standing on a beach. And my sister was talking about how she was going shopping with some of her friends. And I was like, oh, where are you going? And I thought she was going to... Oh, and she was like, I'm going to DC. We're going to DC to go swimming. I was like, or to go to a different beach. No, they're going to DC to go shopping. That's what it was. So I was like, oh, wow, that's far. And I was like, I figured you'd probably go to like Jersey. I don't know why I thought you'd go to Jersey, but I was like, oh, I thought you'd just go to like Jersey or something. She's like, no, we're going to DC. And then my sister left to go shopping, and my cousin Kelly was like, that's so weird. I would just go to New Nashua. And I'm pretty sure New Nashua is not a place. But she was talking about how she would go to New Nashua. And I was like, well, I really prefer Jersey. And she's like, I really hope that they don't go swimming while they're in DC. Because we were watching the TV while we were standing on the beach, and it was showing the beach in DC, and there was like tidal waves, and people were like getting killed. She's like, I really hope she doesn't go swimming. I'm like, it's too cold. I don't think Sarah would go swimming in the cold. She's kind of a chicken. And so my cousin Kelly was like, oh, I really hope you're right, because if she goes swimming, she'll probably die. Oh, okay. But then I like was trying to think about how my sister wouldn't go swimming, and so I stuck my head in the water, because we were at a beach too. So I stuck my head in the water, and there was this rabbit under the water, and the rabbit was drowning. And I thought it was going to attack me, but it didn't. And it was just drowning, and it was getting swept away. And then I tried to get out of the water, but I couldn't because the tide was too strong. So I kept trying to get out of the water, but I couldn't, and I was going to ask my cousin Kelly for help. I didn't want her to realize I was in trouble for some reason. And so she had to leave, and she left. So somehow I managed to get out of the water. And then I was with these two families, and there was this man who was the father in both families. Like, he had married two women and had children with both of them. And like, he was still married to them all, but he was a jerk, so he left them both or whatever. But one family took him to court to try to, because he was wicked rich, so one family took him to court to try to get all his money for like emotional abuse or something. But the family that took him to court had actually like reaped the benefits of his wealth. Like, he had like spoiled them while he had been with them. And the other family was there, and they were like, man, we should be the ones suing him because we never got a dime. We're wicked poor. And I don't think that either family won. And so the poor family went back to their house, and they went through their garage. But the garage door wasn't a normal door. It was like this like weird folding puzzle that they had to unfold to get through the door, if that makes any sense at all. So they walked into the garage, which apparently like the son had never been in, because it was like his father's like workshop or something. And so when he had left them, they just never went back in there. And so the garage was like full of all sorts of neat stuff, and in the corner the father was just like sitting there, and the mom walked over, and I think she like tried to comfort him because he felt like a jerk or something, and then he like fell back in love with the first wife, the poor wife. And the son was like, I've never been here, this is so cool, or whatever. And then I was with a big group of people, and everyone was making like sculptures out of clay, and they were like the Renaissance type, with like the really soft skinned people like holding other soft skinned people, and like very religious looking figures. And all of my friends were like making these amazing sculptures, like they looked like David and stuff like that, and I was like, this is incredible, and all of them were like, oh, it's my first time ever doing anything with clay. And I was like, man, I wish I could do something that amazing. And so I looked down at the piece I had been working on, and it was like incredible. And I was like, oh, well, for my first time ever trying to make like a real life sculpture, I guess this is pretty good. That was my dream.